out right here. I don't give a shit what you believe. Okay? Do you understand me?
Yes, I do.
Right? This organization is ran by a set of directors that are hired by a board of trustees and appointed by me. Do you think for 1 second you have any right whatsoever to question any director in this place or any decisions that are made out of this office? Do you think you have that right? Yes or no?
Yes, to some
You're out of here. You're done. You have no
May
right.
I speak?
No.
Please.
No.
Let me make a case for myself.
You have no right
I
to
worked
make
here
any
for-
case. I don't give a fuck how long you've worked here. You understand me?
I spend every
I
day
could
with these
give a
dogs.
shit less. You're lucky you got a job here. You're lucky. You're a subpar employee that I fought to keep you here. And how dare you? How dare you challenge one of my directors or any decision that's made in this organization? You're fired. Go pack your bags. You're out of here. You got it? Go.
At least someone gives a shit about these dogs.
Go. You know what? You don't think we give a shit about them? Right. You think we run it? You know what? You honestly think so? You don't think that we don't give a shit about these dogs? You think we kill animals here? Out of your thing? You think that's what we do?
No, I do not.
You do?
I do
Right?
not.
That's exactly what you're saying. You don't have a right. No, you don't. It's disrespectful. We run the best animal welfare organization in the state of New Jersey. We have a 97+ rate save rate. You think we make these decisions lightly? And you think for 1 second I am going to allow anyone, including you or anyone across that street, to ever question what this office does? Do you understand me?
I do, but may I please speak?
No, you cannot.
Ross,
No.
I would like to speak to Matt for a moment. Sit down. How long have you been working here, Matt?
August will be 2 years.
I remember when you came in. And there was something that Ross said that rings true, but I'm not going to go into that now. Almost 2 years. Where have you elevated in those 2 years?
I mean, there really hasn't been anywhere to elevate to. Really. I just gained more experience.
Have you received an increase in your pay?
Yes, I have. I started at, I believe, 14 something, and now at 1650.
Okay. So 2 years. What were you doing before that?
So before that, I was working at Utopia. I've been there about a month.
So the time that you spent here and a month's worth of experience in some sort of an animal background. What did you do before that?
Before that, I was working at what's the other biggest wholesale club?
Okay. So let's say that that doesn't really count. That experience that you're bringing to the table now, compared to Dr. Mammon, who's our director, our medical director who went to veterinary school, our CBTs who also went to medical training, our canine behavior trainer, our assistant manager, all who have letters behind their names saying they went through training. Why do you believe that the time that you spend here, and plus 1 month at Dogtopia, allows you to tell our director, our executive director, that you believe you know better than what this very, very capable and proven team has come up with for that dog? Let me ask you a question. What goes into a 97% live release rate?
I'm spending time with the dogs, understanding them.
No, what goes into when Director LICITRA said we have a 97% live release rate, which is a very important thing in animal welfare. What goes into that number?
Everyone working together to make that happen.
That is incorrect. You don't even know that. So your great experience is not cutting it right here. You do not have any letters after your name, not medical, not behavioral. Yes, you walk our dogs, you pet them, you feed them, and that's great. It's important work, but you don't know anything about behavior. Well, then you need to get more experience. You need to respect the people who know what they're doing. For you to interrupt Amy yesterday and say, this is what we're doing, set the whole thing in motion for an entire group of people now to start disobeying instructions, and that's when dogs get euthanized. That's when animals get euthanized. When people start not doing the right thing in an animal welfare organization. We have a 97% live release rate, which you know nothing about, because we follow the rules, and that makes us as good as we are.
If I may, I believe I was doing the right thing. It may not have mattered this time, but I believe that the dogs need advocates, you know?
They have incredible advocates, which is why we have a 97% live release rate.
They need more direct advocates, is what I should have said.
Not an advocate for the dogs. Just because our decision child and dragged it around the yard. If a dog leaves this shelter and I don't sign euthanasia, I'm just as responsible for what happens to that dog when it leaves here. Oster, do you know Oster?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we're not taking him back, but he bit his owner twice. The dogs that leave here that bite people, I am just as responsible as the dogs that leave here and don't bite people. And I'm not necessarily saying this is Shy Baby. Shy Baby needed to be euthanized because she cannot cope. Her name was Shy Baby from her owner, and I look at her behavior from those videos you guys took, and I see a dog that's terrified and not comfortable in her own skin, and I think, thank God we have the ability to euthanize dogs who aren't comfortable in their own skin. I've done it before to a dog at home.
See, this is the problem I'm having, Matt. Okay? For my world, you have zero right to question anything. You've earned nothing. Nothing. You're nobody. You got it? Nobody compared to her, compared to Dr. Madden, and compared to Mary, and everyone who's earned the right to be here to work for years and years in animal welfare. And who do you think you are to question someone? I don't care if someone respectfully says, excuse me, may I ask you a question about something because I'm a little confused about it, as opposed to, no, this is what we're talking about in the meeting. Is that how you acted yesterday in the meeting?
It is.
Okay?
And I understand.
Right. Do you know, what would you have done if I was in that meeting if you did that?
I still would have said it, to be totally honest.
You would?
Yes.
Good. Because you know what? I would have fired you just like I'm firing you today. Just like that. That's what life's about, brother. Understand it. Okay? When you grow up, because you certainly have it, okay, and learn what real life is about, when you earn your own keep, okay, that's when you'll become a man. But not now. Self-appointed animal expert who's worked here for a year and a half, 2 years, okay? You're lucky you had a job because I can't tell you how many times your bosses have recommended me that I got rid of you. Okay, especially in the beginning when you were here with faith and everything else, I advocated for you. Right? Tens of times. You're not a stellar employee, my brother. Welcome to the real world. You're disposable. And I will never allow anyone from across that street ever to question any of the directors of what we do here. Do you understand the DP Council?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand how it works?
More or less.
Right, so you telling me that you and the rest of the squirrels over there, no, more or less, know better than they do. More or less.
I don't
Not
understand it.
understanding after
I don't
yesterday.
know the details exactly, but I understand the process.
If you understand the process, then why don't you start learning something before you open your stupid mouth?
I would love to learn.
Okay? Yeah, but you know what? You're not going to get a chance to.
Didn't
Okay?
you learn when Amy a month ago said, listen guys, at some point if you work here long enough, you're gonna fall in love with the dog. And it probably, there may come a day when that dog or that cat is euthanized.
That's what I said. It's happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah,
And if you continue to work in animal welfare, it's gonna happen again and again and again. But you don't get to a 97% live release rate. Have you looked at Associated Humane? What's their live release rate?
I have no idea.
No. Have you looked at any other animal welfare agencies around?
No, I have
You
not.
know what? Go do that research. You want to learn? Go do that research. Learn what goes into a live release rate, and then you'll be happy to be working here because there are places that line up their animals because they have to, because they do not have the resources.
I understand that.
people like you are dangerous, man. You know why you're dangerous? Because you think you know.
I would love to know more.
Right.
That's all.
You know
I'm
what?
curious.
I'm okay with a person who loves to know more, and I'm okay with a person who's curious. What I am not okay with is a disrespectful asshole that challenges a director in a meeting. In front of you, tough guy.
Ross, we need to.
Amy has been incredible, and as has Dr. Merriman, to be able to say, if you don't understand, you can come to us. The way that Mike came to her the other day, he wasn't even hearing her. Shy Baby was euthanized because she was suffering. We are the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty. There was an animal here who was bashing her head against her cage, drawing blood. When animals are suffering, and we've done everything we can for them, we don't have a choice because by law, we have to put them out of their suffering. That doesn't happen here a lot. But when you come at Amy or Ross that way, with a year and a half's worth of experience,
I understand what I
they will always listen to somebody saying, my heart is broken. What can I
understand what I think was out of line, and I apologize for that much. But it's just it didn't sit right with us. We wanted to give her a chance so bad. That's all.
Why
Because we
didn't
saw.
anybody want to work with her 2 weeks before that?
Oh, we've been trying. And
I
I
don't
would-
think anybody saw
I would
any
love to-
extra effort on anybody's part, except for when she landed on DP. That's your job. You guys are on the front lines every single day. You see a shut down dog, you say, listen, is she a candidate for the buddy program? Can I help her through that? What else can we do, Mary? You're the expert. Nobody went to Mary to ask her what could be done. It was only last minute you guys wanted to be a hero?
I don't know Track Baby that well, unfortunately.
Okay,
I never really
so
got
then,
the chance to
then
know her.
why are you advocating for a dog you don't even know? When a director says, this dog is suffering, we put her through DP, which is not one meeting, it is a series of events and conversations and time. And the kindest thing to do for this animal is to put her out of her misery. It doesn't come easy. I used to sit on that board, and it kills you to do it. But we have to sometimes.
I understand that much. It's just we wanted a chance to help her, and it's just frustrating when a dog you spend time with and you try your
You just
best.
said you didn't really spend a lot
I
of time
tried.
with her.
I have genuinely tried, but she's afraid of me. I'm a man. I mean, I am inherently scary to a lot of dogs. There's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is try. And she loves everyone else. She loved, rather, but it doesn't really matter at this point.
No, she's out of her misery, and
Yes.
that's what's important to us.
And we wanted to try. That's all. We
But
wanted to be able to
everybody
have,
had their chance to try
and we
prior
wanted
to
to,
that.
we wanted to be able to have a discussion. And I will admit, I did come off way too aggressively, and it did get out of hand. I will admit that much. But all we wanted was to be able to have a discussion, because the way meetings work out, it just tends to it doesn't ever work out that we can.
Well, it didn't work out the way you wanted it to the other day, did it? But now there are a lot of people who are in a lot of trouble.
I would also like to say, I spoke up of my own free will. No one asked me to speak. No one even expected me to. I would like to make that extremely, blatantly clear.
But the problem, do you see, the problem with a meeting like that is nobody had correct information there. Nobody knew why she was being euthanized. Amy said that you all came back with, she's a danger to society, which is not the reason.
That's
So
not what
you
we said.
all didn't have all of the facts, which our DP
Right.
meeting does. Like sometimes you just have to follow the rules. That's being an adult. We haven't been here for 78 years because we don't do a good job.
I understand, may I? So the way I understand it is that she was put in the back for a month after some guy decided to be funny to mess with her through the window. And so, one of the adoptions counselors wanted to take her for a meet, and they didn't feel comfortable walking with her. It was their first time walking her, and it was.
You can't be that stupid, are you?
Yes,
See all that bullshit that you're just spewing right
This is
now?
what Kate told us.
This is what Kate told you.
Yes, it is.
Right, this is what Kate told you, and this is the reason the dog's being euthanized.
More, may I finish?
I don't know what you're saying. You're talking gibberish. Right? Why don't you just go do your job?
I don't have one anymore.
Right? Or at the end of the day, listen to what people are telling you is the right thing to do at the end of the day.
I did
You
not.
think, it just amazes me how people like you all of a sudden think you have a right. Where do you get that inherent right from?
I don't think I had the right. It's just it felt like the right thing to do at the moment.
Okay? There's a right way and a wrong way to do it.
Okay, and I understand the
I
way
mean, you failed terribly.
I
Cost you your job. Okay? Cost you your job.
love it.
Alright? Cost you your job. Oh yeah. Your buddy's called too.
understand how, try to make me understand how you feel that you have any ground, earned ground, to question the process of an organization as successful as this. I am the most widely recognized and highly honored shelter in the state of New Jersey. Okay? How is it that you feel that you, along with other people who've worked here for a year or two or whatever, have the right to even question what we're doing? I don't ever mind somebody asking a simple question to explain something. But to be outright insubordinate in a meeting to a director? I don't get that. I gotta tell you, I am probably more disappointed in you than I am in anybody. Because I have advocated for you on so many different levels, you have no idea. When you first started working here, whatever her name was, Faith and all that, they wanted to get rid of you immediately. You were restricted, you weren't allowed to walk dogs, you weren't this. Do you remember all those times? Okay? Okay? Well, she didn't get fired, she got replaced. Well, she got replaced with someone who's better. Okay? Right. So, how do you, but, see that, the point is you think you know things, but you don't. Once you start realizing your own self-ability and understanding who you are, then you'll be better set with yourself. What is it you want to do? Did you want to get fired from this organization? Right? Did you think that going to that meeting would end up in a way that would be suitable for you? Or do you think you would champion on behalf of that dog? So let me ask you a question. How come you just didn't adopt the dog and take it home? Why not? So what? So you get two dogs. I have all kinds of animals at home. Right? So why couldn't you do that?
Also, it's just the fact that your parents want to go to pick up, you know. I wish I could, but I can't.
I'm confused with you, Matt. I really am.
So that was Ross LICITRA of the Monmouth County SPCA here in New Jersey.